I'm gonna be totally honest. I didn't quit my 9 to 5 job in order to become rich, wealthy, million, billion-dollar man. I quit because I got tired of simply asking for permission, right? Permission to take a shit, when I can go on vacation, when I could see my family. Oh, can I have these 2 weeks off? Oh, I can't do 2 weeks. So I only could do a week, and then I got to do this because Sarah has this week off. I got simply tired of someone controlling what I can and can't do, and having to always seek approval, whether it be to climb up the ranks, kissing someone else's ass, going to these meetings I didn't give a fuck about, right? Putting on this persona that of someone who I knew I wasn't, right? This video is going to be about what getting paid without permission looks like and how to actually do it, right? I'm gonna preface this by saying this: it's not going to be easy. It's not passive and it's not hype. It's just going to be brutal, honest truth, right? For me, while I was at my 9 to 5 job, I was building a skill. I was learning the skill of trading. I was learning the ins and outs of what I need to do, the mindset, the psychology, the actual charts. I was building a skill because I learned throughout my experience and just witnessing others that most people don't have a skill, right? If you look, yes, you have your resume. Your resume said, "Oh, I did this, I did that, I did that." But what skill do you provide, right? Other than most people that are just being obedient. Maybe you can use Excel. Like, what actual skill? If if there was no like job, if there was no nothing, right? Like, what skill can you provide? Can you build me a house? Can you fix a tire? Can you fix my car? Can you? You probably don't have a skill if you're in a corporate job, right? Unless you can like code. 9 times out of 10, most of these corporate jobs, there's no skill involved. If you're like a warehouse job, there's no skill involved. There's a lot of these pointless jobs that don't require you to have a skill, and most people can go on their day to day life clocking in, clocking out for someone else without ever learning a skill because once they graduated college or once they graduated high school, they didn't want to learn anymore. They're getting a nice little paycheck. They see their 2 kids, they have their 2 cars, they're going on their 2 vacations a year. That's cool. For me, that's not how I want to live my life, right? So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna learn a skill, and that skill that I learned was to trade. So I day trade, swing trade, primarily stocks and futures. I learned this skill by it's gonna take time, it's gonna take effort, but I learned this skill outside of my 9 to 5. Right? If you want to break out of the 9 to 5, you have to learn a skill outside the 9 to 5, from the 5 to 9, as they said, or in between your bullshit job. Right? The time that you have during the day, because a lot of these jobs you're only working for like 2 3 hours max, right? And you're trying to make it look like you're working all day. Learn a fucking skill. This is the real common denominator between all successful people and all people who have that financial freedom, right? It's your leverage, right? Your resume says one thing, but if we're in a situation and you have to tell me what skill do you bring me, if you don't have anything that you can say, if you don't, your skills don't care about your employer, they don't care about who you work for, they don't care about your fucking resume. Like, can you do the thing or not? Like, I don't care that you went to Harvard, I don't care that you went to Yale. Like, can you fucking do this or can you not do this, right? And I've always been a results driven person. I've always enjoyed the jobs where the results speak for themselves. Sales is a big one of these, right? If you have the skill to sell, you can take that anywhere, right? I'm not saying to become a day trader like me. I'll post the screenshots below of like what I'm doing and how I've been doing the past couple of weeks. I'm taking another payout today, but I'm not saying to be a trader like me. I'm saying to learn a fucking skill. And there's Coursera. There's all these online courses you can fucking take. Learn a skill, because I don't know if it's just me, but I was tired of the mundane, clocking in, clocking out. And at the job, I wasn't learning anything. I was just doing the same thing every fucking day. And that's how jobs can make it easy on us, because They're like, oh, Isaiah just gonna do the same shit every day, so he's gonna perfect this one thing that he does fucking every single day. He's not gonna learn shit, right? I've always been someone who wanted to learn, who wanted to grow, right? And these titles and salaries, right, have ceilings, right? When you're at a specific job, you can only make this amount of money unless you move up. But if you're not kissing this guy person's ass, you're not gonna move up. If you're not on his ass, oh, you're just gonna stay exactly where you are, right? But when you're in a results-driven career, or when you have a results-driven skill like trading or sales, like sales is like the only corporate job, if I were to go back, that I would ever do, because it's results-driven, it's results focused, right? If you could sell anything, people don't give a fuck how you got there. Do the thing. It's results-driven. As long as you get that shit to me, they provide you with so much leeway, so much freedom that they don't give a fuck. Put up numbers. If you're putting up the numbers, then you could literally do anything. And if you could sell, that is the most like sought out skill, I feel like, because you can communicate effectively. You're able to persuade someone. You're able to communicate effectively, right? Because in order to sell, you have to be able to articulate what the fuck you're talking about. If you can't explain what you're trying to sell, people are not going to want to buy from you. If you don't have charisma, people don't give a fuck. In my case, I learned how to trade. So what I'm telling you this is because there is the possibility to break from this rat race. There is the possibility to become financially free, or to work or make money without permission, right? Without having, oh, a manager, hey, can I do this? Can I do that? There's ways to live a life like this, right? Everyone around me has always been clocking in, clocking out. I've never witnessed anyone who's like financially free, right? That's when I started YouTubing, when I started Googling certain things, I'm like, okay, there's more to life than me going into this office. Or there's more to life than me going into this warehouse, or me sacrificing my time for money. You never want to sacrifice your time for money because your time is limited. But when you have a skill, you're able to leverage that. And once you can leverage that skill, whether it be selling, whether it be a mechanic or a trade, it is much more valuable than being obedient. Like, learn a fucking skill, use that skill as leverage, and with that leverage, you can then use that to have more income at the end of the day. That's simply what it is. Use the skill, create financial freedom. So do what you must with that. I'm going to drop more trading stuff on the way. That is my skill that I've learned throughout the years, and that's getting me to the road of financial freedom. But stay tuned.